me? Can you hear me? Let me see if I can be heard. Let's see. How's everybody doing? I just wanted to come live real quick. And instead of what a freak. Instead of doing a video, a 30-minute video, I could just, there we go. Let's see. The video I could just, okay. And I look good too. Okay. Hello. No. Let me, I do want some, I want my boobies up in there too. No, anyways. All right. Give me a second. Is there a way to turn off my video? I guess it isn't. Hello. Give me 1 second. Let me try to share it on my Facebook. I am so freaking tired. I want to talk to you guys about something as well. What am I doing? Let's see. I want to put in my story too. Too bad. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Give me 1 second. Hold on, because I'm not liking my camera. Here we go. Oh, boom. There we go. That's better. I'm like, why is it so goddamn high? Okay, give me 1 second. I want to get some coffee. I can't figure out how to turn this thing off. I can at least Okay, now that I'm all settled in, I know I should have did this before I got on live, but I didn't. I wanted to show up on time for y'all instead of worry about what I needed. But I got my little coffee. It ain't nothing special. Just some basic coffee. Um, I did want to discuss a few things. Okay, I don't expect anybody to show up. I don't usually do lives. My viewer numbers are very low, so I don't expect people to show up. But I definitely want to go ahead and do this for an hour at least, since I haven't did my videos in a few days, actually a few weeks. So good news. The reason why I've been MIA is because I decided to go back to school to do my transfer classes, to go to a university. Won't be telling you guys all my business like that. So this is my first year back since I graduated back in 2018. They say when you start like something new is very stressful, like a job or moving or anything like that. It could be very stressful. So it was extremely stressful for me. It was a period for like 4 months where I was just focusing on working out, and I had got down to basically 158 or something. I was trying to get back to 150 where I started back in August, but it just wouldn't budge. And I had a bit of a stressful moment as well, but it was also the fact that I was building muscle and also trying to, get rid of fat at the same time in certain areas, which, you can't really do. But, anyways, so I went back to school in January. It was a short semester, very, like, how you say, like, it was a speed, like, it was intense, basically, because it was only a few weeks. And so I started off, at the top of my class, and then in the middle, I began to slip into, a lower grade, but I ended up getting out of there with a satisfying grade for me. I wish I could have gotten an A, but I didn't get an A, and that's okay. We're not going to always, get an A as long as I'm able to pass the class. So I'm very proud of myself. I had to do a presentation, everything, and I didn't think I would be able to do it because I have stage fright, which I'm kind of glad that people are not here, because I have stage fright. I feel like if I knew that people were here and they were typing, then I would be, you know, a bit shaky, even stumbling more over my words. But that's not why y'all here, okay? And I'm already like 10 minutes into the video, and I hate when people are like that. When I be watching some people, I ain't gonna say no names or anything, but I be watching some people, I be like, girl, boy, get to I have to fast forward through their video sometimes. A person that's really good with getting to the point is Storm Monroe. Like, he'll get to the point. And I'm like, oh, okay, I ain't even got to fast a minute in. Okay, let's get to it. But and Funky Donnie, but you already know. So let's start off with Southern Charm. I know it's been like a couple of weeks. The reunion's over with. People are probably not even really interested in this reality show. I enjoy the reality show. I wish they would bring back Nola Bravo. But I just wanted to address some things really quickly. So let's start off with Shep going on a alcohol binge, I guess. He went into a downward spiral because of his relationships with Taylor, Austin, and Craig. I don't know what was going on at BravoCon. Maybe a lot of people were shaming him and saying, Taylor is the best thing that you could have ever had, and you giving that away. Ew, But the fact that they are giving him this space, this opportunity, and supporting him, I do commend Bravo for that. I just find it like somewhat of a double standard, far as the black cast versus the white cast, and that's a whole nother conversation. But it also goes back to, Southern Charm Nola. We know somebody on there who had an alcohol problem. But let's move on. So I just think that that what was I gonna say? Like that then this was like Shep was basically giving like, you know, he wanted like a pity party, woo is me type of behavior because he know he messed up by giving Taylor up. I feel like he also knew he was on the outskirts with most of the group because of what he did with Taylor, and also causing Taylor to go on to this downward spiral or whatnot. But it's like what did you expect? You thought you were going to go on this whole party and everything. And I just want to kind of reflect back on this real quick, and I'm gonna just stay on it for a couple of more minutes and move on. When you look back on it, you see Shep going on this excursion, vacation to Africa and all these other places, and he thought he was on his high horse, and then he had to be humbled by JT in a loving way. And also with Taylor and Olivia, they started off their relationship with skating in the park and stuff, and it was on a high, and at the end of it, the whole relationship was fake. And I've said this already, that if Taylor would have just said, me and Austin had this encounter, then I don't think the situation would have been, you know, that bad. I think if it would have started at the beginning of the season, then it wouldn't be this bad at the end. But the fact that a stranger who none of these people know, JT, informed everyone about the situation is what hurts the most, and I can feel that. So moving on from that, moving on from Shep, they start talking about Taylor and Olivia. I am so tired of hearing Taylor apologize over and over for something that, you know, to be honest, she shouldn't be apologizing for, because she knew what she was doing. That's my opinion. You ain't got to apologize as a grown person. You meant what you did, right? But the other reason why I'm double downing on that is because Olivia is willing to forgive Austin, but not Taylor, as if they did something totally different. I don't give a damn if Austin can relate to you losing your brother or whatever. It's the fact that he um he betrayed your trust as well. Let me see. I agree with Taylor outing Olivia about the fact that she betrayed a friend as well by sleeping with Catherine's man Thomas. Like, boo boo, you think you get to be above it? Like, you not know better than anybody. So if you're able to dish it, you should be able to take it. And I'm like, it was just one night, it was a mistake. So what? And the whole thing is, you did something worse than Taylor. You actually slept with Thomas. She only kissed Austin. Okay? It ain't like they slept together. We know that's a lie. But the fact is, you should be more willing to forgive, more reciprocating in this situation. Okay? So that's why I'm not mad about Taylor outing you. And I feel like you need to go ahead and forgive that girl and move on, because, bitterness, anger does not look good on anyone. It makes a person old and stressed. What's the other thing? Oh, with that, right? So as I was watching the season, even though I'm on Taylor's side about that situation about her outing out Olivia, I feel like watching the season, seeing Taylor, throw daggers at Olivia left and right. Oh, were they even in a relationship? I had every right to do what I did. And talking crap about Olivia to her brother. And it turns around, her Taylor ended up losing her brother as well. I feel really bad about that. At the same time, I'm like, damn, ain't karma something? You felt it was at the time where Olivia had lost her brother. You felt the need to go and call your brother, not your mother, not your dad, not your auntie, not anybody else, not a homegirl, Leva, anybody. You decided to call your brother, and which was to me a dig. I said, oh, that don't look good to me. So I'm like, and now y'all can't even be there for each other during your loss. But again, Olivia, you're more willing to forgive and have a relationship with this man Austin versus uh Taylor. I find it hypocritical. Um they get upset at JT for outing Austin about kissing Olivia and having a sleepover at Austin's house. I'm sorry, I hate when my coffee or tea gets cold. To me, I respect what JT did. If they if JT didn't do what he did, it would have just been a fraudulent relationship, friendships. It would have been all these fake smiles and nothing would have ever came out like they said. Had JT not said anything, then nobody would have knew anything. And so I think JT came on the show to do his job, and that's to out everybody that with information he knew of to the people he needed to get his name out there. I mean, he got more camera time than most of the people we've seen on that show come and go. Like, we understand people have they camera time for a certain reason, but he actually had a reason to have camera time. Like, it was necessary for JT to have camera time because he was the truth teller of the group to me. Do I think his feelings for Taylor's had anything to do with it? No. I think he was calling out what he saw and felt like you guys are sitting up here lying in this man's face, and I'm gonna tell on y'all. You should, and you're his best friend. He over here saying y'all his best friend. Why don't you go ahead and tell it? Um, he didn't owe anybody loyalty. Nobody told him, "Oh, don't say anything to Shep." So, well, why shouldn't he say something? So at the end of the season, and this is the last part. At the end of the season, JT does confess his feelings for Taylor, but he takes it like a man and accepts the rejection for what it is. Excuse me. Yet, oh, is there a way to change it? Sorry. Yet, when all is said and done, they go into the bar to Whitney's bar, right? And he's talking to everybody that's around him, and he is, being jovial and, in a good mood. It is Austin who walks over to JT and tells him, I told you the next time you speak to me, you need to be at my level. You need to be at my height, talking to me in my face. I don't know what Andy Cohen saw when I don't even think he saw the episode. Because for him, he was like, you were intentionally trying to get a rouse out of him. And I'm like, a rise out of him, excuse me. And I'm like, nah, because JT was minding his own business. And he was like, nah, you wasn't minding your. I'm like, dudes will sit up there and gaslight you and then set your ass on fire. JT was literally on the stool talking to Shepard and being funny and making a toast or whatever. And Austin came over to him, got into his face, and he was like, "You're a little man in a 6'5" dude's body, okay? Like you got a problem, and you can't take responsibility of your actions. None of your friends like you." And that's what got Austin upset. And he was like, "I'm holding you accountable." And like Olivia said, it may be annoying to some people, but if you don't like it, walk away. Walk away. Nobody's telling you to stand there. Austin chose to stand there and address JT, and he thought JT was going to backpedal and fall back and cower down from him because he's taller than him. It doesn't matter. I said what I said, and I'll say it to your face. It was Austin who put his hands on JT first. I don't give a damn if somebody's in your face or whatever. Again, nobody was holding him captive to where he could not walk away. The door was right behind Austin. He could have left if he felt that way, just like Shep did. So all these excuses trying to save Austin is some BS to me. And try to throw JT under the bus and say you antagonized him. No, he did not. What reason would he have to antagonize him? Oh, you're mad because I got Taylor. You're still confessing to the fact that you got Taylor in front of your friend Shep. Like, bro, calm it down. He don't care like that. It ain't that serious. But he's focusing his attention on Taylor and his feelings. And that's why people should be able to separate things. Like, this don't have nothing to do with the other. I like the word that JT used. I can't think of it right now. It starts with a B. Put it in the comment. But anyways, people are able to separate their feelings from a situation or incident. I didn't like Andy Cohen trying to gaslight the audience and gaslight JT into confessing that he did something he didn't do. He tried to laugh. Come on. Like, I said what I said. I didn't do anything to him. I'm not apologizing to him for anything. He shouldn't have gotten in my face. And to me, Austin, you got your ass whooped by a short man, because if you look back at the incident, Austin his face was all red, his clothes was all disheveled, and then JT looked normal. He still looked like Tom Cruise, a little ugly Tom Cruise. But anyways, I just wanted to address that because I feel like I didn't come to JT's rescue. I knew they were going to try to come for him. I didn't even have a chance to watch it. I was in crunch time, which it was worth it. Okay, I got my grade and I got up out of there. Okay, so I'm proud of myself. I'm sorry, JT. I'm sorry, Southern Charm. Again, as far as the outfits, Benita, I think you could have did better. Olivia, you're always doing great. Madison, you tried, and I heard what you said. That crap looked itchy. Leva, they didn't really give for me to look at your outfit like that. It's not memorable, and that's no shade, but Taylor, you looked beautiful, but it was just a regular. If I had to pick anybody who looked amazing, it would have been Rodney. Not Rod, but the other guy with the glasses. He looked amazing. Oh, just real quick, he was eating everybody up. He didn't give a damn. He came there. He was like, I came here for a reason. He told Olivia to shut the F up. He was holding everybody accountable. He was like, JT, you were doing this to be like you were saving someone or saving Taylor. You were trying to get attention from a Taylor, whatever. And I enjoyed his outfit. None of the guys, I can't think of any of the guys that I felt was memorable. I'm upset that Whitney wasn't there. If he's not going to be there at the reunion, he shouldn't be on the goddamn show. That's how I feel about it. Moving on. Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? I don't understand why Giselle and Ashley is doing a workout clothing line. Giselle or Ashley don't give me fashion advice, stylist, fashion awareness, workout. Okay, maybe Ashley, she is the workout queen, but Giselle, last year, girl, you had you just getting rid of the top part of your stomach because I was confused last season. I was like, what's going on with Giselle's body? Like, what's up with that? Like, it's real nasty. But that's me. That's me. You know, some men may like that. But yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for Ashley to go into business with Giselle. Um, she's not the right person for fashion. Um, they invite Robin and Mia to the fabric store to pick out fabric patterns for their workout outfits and stuff. I feel like their ideas are great. It's the execution, the production part that's important, right? Um, I don't see fashion from Robin. I kind of see fashion from Mia, but the people that you really wanted advice from are the people that you guys don't really have a good relationship with. I would want advice from Wendy, um, Candace, and NECA. Like those three people are the people that I would want advice from. Excuse me. Um, I feel like maybe most of y'all, or if not all y'all, have stylists, so we can't even really say that. But when they get on camera, those people look amazing. Robin, it'd be a hit or miss. Love you, Robin. You know why? You know why? But you don't show me fashion. The reason why they doing all this, Ashley and Giselle, is because they trying to make money off of the people. Is y'all gonna allow them to sucker y'all? Because I'm not buying that crap. I didn't buy Sheree stuff, and I'm not buying this stuff. Okay, and I ain't even buying candy stuff. You know, I don't like plastic. I like real bodies, but it would have to be something of importance to me to buy, like something for my house. Okay. Um, I feel like Ashley's doing this because she knows she ain't gonna be able to live off this man that much longer. Giselle, she got to pay off all that stuff that she did to her house, and probably still got stuff to do. Um, so Karen decides to invite the ladies to her grandmother's. I was gonna say great grandmother's, but her grandmother's property, so that they can, fix it up a little bit. And she gives an random invite. Uh, and I guess people people were not trying to go. Giselle wasn't trying to go because of the people that was going with her. I think it was Giselle, Candace, Wendy, and Ashley. That was the original people that was supposed to go. But since Giselle don't like none of them except Ashley, I guess. She was like, I wasn't going to be put in a corner, which I would have loved to see, because it would have gave Giselle the opportunity, along with everybody else, to hash out things that may be stewing. And it's not even really that serious to me. I feel like Candace said what she said. She had a right to say what she said and how she felt because of what she had to deal with through her life. But I feel like Giselle could have educated her as well, or gave her perspective on the situation. But when you leave a situation in void, then how can you resolve or mend relationships? Um, I still feel like what Giselle was doing was some BS as far as accusing Chris of some type of um what's the word, like inappropriate behavior. That's not the word I'm looking for, but some type of inappropriate behavior. It's like, no, he wasn't doing anything, and you're a grown woman way beyond his age, and you could have told him, I'm not gonna be up in this room. No, we could talk right here, whatever. um So once Giselle drops out, Karen decides to invite everybody, which somebody had a problem with that too. Mia, she was like, I'm not your second choice. Naneka, she felt some type of way, but she still decided to go and get a check. Um, when the girls go on the trip, Naneka invites everyone to her unpacking party, which I wouldn't have went anyways, even if me and Naneka was not, didn't have a fallout. I'm like, I'm not going to your house to unpack your stuff. You crazy? You better get a goddamn maid or something. I ain't your damn maid. We ain't even that close of friends to be doing all that. And Wendy was like ignoring her and was like, that's not the steps that you take. You don't just invite somebody. And I agree. I agree in totality. I feel like if you really wanted to mend or extend an olive branch with Wendy, you should have apologized first, acknowledge what you did, or say, I should have had a private conversation with you instead of telling everybody else about your mom and not put it on camera. You are depicting her mother as a witch or a, what do you call it? Like some I don't know what they called it, some spell person. I don't know. I don't play with that stuff, but I believe in the Lord. Okay. Um. So I understand where Wendy's coming from when she say, I'm not accepting that, and I don't give a damn. Even at the end where they had to sit down and she said, and Wendy tried to explain to her there's steps to it. And I feel like NECA was like, I'm not gonna do all that. She was trying to stand on Naneka was trying to stand on her, what she felt like, and end up getting pie in her face because it's like, girl, you want me to go. I don't want to go. I don't have to go. Then Wendy invites NECA to her event, to Happy Eddie's event, which I knew that it was a ploy, like this is basically showing her this is how you go about it, you know. Um, or I guarantee you're gonna come to my event, but I won't be going to yours. Uh, or just showing, I'm gonna continue on being nice to you, even though you did something to me. So Wendy invites her. She invites everyone. Eddie invites, I think, almost everybody except Naneka's husband. Which, if I was Naneka, I would have brought my husband anyways. But I don't think Ike wants to go to anything like that because he's a doctor. Um. Okay, I only got a few more minutes, so let me hurry up and get through it. So once they get there, once they get to the event, Candace couldn't stay, but Chris ended up staying in support of Eddie. Um, they didn't roll any real weed. I would have been pissed. I'd be like, no, 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 no. I didn't get out of my bed to be around these stuck up, uptight, ignorant women just to be sober. No, no, no. I need a blunt. And then you see the tensity inside the room. You feel how it was just stuffy up in there. And it's like you needed at least one or two. It needed to be foggy up in there. It needed to be foggy. And I'm disappointed in Eddie and Wendy and in their partner for not having at least, a bong or something up in that mother. Talking about hash or whatever the hell. Spices. Who wants that? Who wants that? They could have had some oil, something. Something. See, y'all couldn't come to LA. Y'all would have got cussed out messing with me. Excuse me? I'm leaving. Eddie, I love you, but I'm not doing this. Karen and Mia get into it. Karen calls me a trick, which I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. Mia says it takes one to know one, and Karen gets her together and say, "See, now I could have called. You want to talk about rumors? I could have called you out about sleeping with a married man, uh, sleeping with a married man, or being with a rapper. I think they said Little Uzi. I said she with that little boy. Why would she be messing around with that little boy? But anyways, so what else happened? So while Chris is there, he don't address none of the girls. He like, I don't F with you. I don't mess with you. Giselle goes to Happy Eddie's event. And again, Giselle and Wendy don't get along. So when Giselle shows up, she don't speak to Wendy. And I don't think she spoke to Eddie. I'm like, how you gonna show up to somebody's event and don't speak? My mama always taught me, when you go to somebody's house, you speak. I don't give a damn if you have this. If I don't give a damn if you do have some disdain against them, you speak to them. So I'm raised a little bit different. Giselle needs to be raised by my mama or get her ass whooped. You could have stayed at home. We don't need them negative energy. Um, so Giselle makes a comment about Chris gaining some weight. She like, yeah, look like he been stress eating. I'm like, girl, how you gonna talk about anybody and you were just having a fupa and a whole tummy last season on the beach with a one piece on? I guess fat people can call other people fat. You know, I do believe in that. So leave Chris alone. He ain't bothering you. He ain't talking about you. He ain't said nothing negative about you. Stop it. Um. Okay. So the last thing is, I want to make sure. Mia and her husband go to a luncheon, and Mia. Okay, I'm already at 40. Mia, they discuss her getting a divorce, and I'm just looking at her like, girl, you didn't sit up here and ran through this man money, and now you want a divorce. Now she even says it like, oh, because of what you did to your brothers, and now we got to live in this townhouse. I'm like, so you mad because he lost the money? Is that what we hearing? You mad because he lost the money? The part for me in the lunch was Gordon's explaining like this whole arrangement. He's like, we both need to, get something out of this. Like, I get to have a beautiful woman and the mother of my children around, and you get to have me. I'm like, are you delusional, Gordon? Do you really believe Mia wants just you? Because if she just wants you, then she wouldn't be mad that the money gone. She wouldn't be mad about that. She'll be okay. She'll be like, yeah, I'm willing to be with my man through thick and thin. If we ain't got nothing, I'm willing to stand with him. But as we all can see, Mia engaged. Mia got her a new man. She keeps bringing up the fact that you lost all the money and y'all got to live on the budget. If that ain't a gold digger, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just like, Gordon is delusional. So Naneka has this unpacking party. Wendy don't show up. Nobody unpacks anything. That's all I really want to say. Naneka, you really believe? She was like, I wonder if she gonna show. No, she not. Wendy don't F with you. You don't talk about somebody mama and think they gonna show up. I wish somebody would talk about my mama. Sure. Married to Medicine. And I think this is it. Okay. So Married to Medicine, Heavenly has or Dr. Daddy And Heavenly has this event for all the doctors to get together to celebrate Dr. Daddy, Damon. And at the event, Simone invites all the ladies to the Hilton Head, South Carolina, I found out. And everybody's like shocked, like, why would you do that? So I was confused too. Like, what y'all talking about? So I guess it came out that that's where Dr. Jackie's husband cheated on her at. What's his name? I even forgot that nigga name. Cause he ain't Curtis. There we go. I was looking. Curtis cheated on her in what is it? Hilton Head. But I'm like, ain't nobody keeping track of that but Jackie. You know, like we understand this situation. Like nobody's gonna bring up the fact that Curtis cheated on her, you know, because we understand that was painful. But nobody's keeping a calculation, location of any of this. So Heavenly gets upset and say, "You need to change the venue." Basically, she was like, "You need to change the venue." I'm protecting my friend. She don't like it. You can see she upset. Change the venue, bitch. That was basically her energy. And Simone was like, I can't because I've already booked the rooms and everything, the Airbnb. Like I can't get my money back. So I'm sorry. Can we just move forward? So they're celebrating their 10-year friendship anniversary. And so Simone wanted to go there. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be the choice to go. But I'm with Mia on. I would have liked to go to the DR, Dominican Republican, versus I don't know where the hell Hilton Head is. I don't know what that is. Like what tourist events is there? Like, okay. I wish you would have changed the venue as well so that Jackie could feel comfortable, but she was like, I can't get my money back. So I do feel like Heavenly was being a friend to Jackie by speaking up for her because she know Jackie not gonna come out of pocket. You know, Jackie is real classy and she holds things in unless she's like really pushed to me. And we've really never seen Jackie come out of pocket. What's her name? Phaedra has a party for her son, which I was crying. I wasn't really crying, but I was like tearing up because I remember when that little boy was like, "Am I gonna always be your baby?" And I remember my baby like being my baby, and he was ready not to be my baby no more. He ready to be out, but I feel like he's grown so much and still has that, you know, love for his mother. Um, what was I gonna say? Hold on. Shit about to die. There we go. So at the party, Emily decides to pull Simone to the side again and say, change that venue or I'm gonna have to knock you out. Basically, was her energy. And Simone was like, I don't know why you more upset than Jackie. Jackie not even that mad. And Heaven was like, you did that crap on purpose. You should have known. Even if you didn't know, you should have known. So I'm like, you know, and I'm like, it's a time and a place for all this. A kid's party is not the time or a place. You got each other's number. Why can't y'all do this over the phone? Meet up. You know where this lady live. Like, Jesus. It's like you showing your behind off in front of kids. You letting them know you don't even know how to deal with difficult situation, disagreements and stuff. It was really irritating to me. And I get Heavenly speaking up for her friend, but I'm like, girl, time and place. Even when Jackie got there, she just smiling and giggling like, okay, let's calm it down. No, tell her to shut up. Tell her to stop it. This is not it right now. So they go to Hilton Head. They're getting ready to go to Hilton Head, and they're meeting at Simone's house. Everybody arrives except Heavenly, Damon, Daddy, and Jackie and Curtis. And Simone calls and she like, "What's going on? Where y'all at?" What's her name? Heavenly was like, "I'm not going because Jackie ain't going, Curtis ain't going, I ain't going." And I'm like, "Girl, you doing way too much for something that didn't even happen to you." And then they give a flashback of basically Heavenly, uh, like trying to scrutinize Curtis and depict what happened and trying to basically get into their relationship and was not trying to be a healing friend at the time. But all of a sudden she has changed her position and it's like, it looks really bad on Heavenly. So they decide to go on into Hilton Head without him. And they end up showing up. Curtis, Jackie, Heavenly, Dr. Daddy, Damon. They end up showing up probably 2 hours later. I guess they took a plane or whatever. And everybody's like, how come they get to show up whenever they feel like we have to get on this long bus ride up here and play these stupid games? And they just get to show up whenever they feel like it. So people were upset. Mostly Sweet Tea, she was upset. So when they walk up, so when they all walk up from after arriving, they sit down where everybody is, and everybody jumps into it. Simone apologizes for picking this location, and she says, "I would never do anything to hurt you. You know me. I'm better than that. I would never intentionally do something to hurt you." But Heavenly jumps in and Simone's like, "I'm not even fucking talking to you." Excuse my language. She's like, "I'm not even talking to you. Fall back. Okay. I don't care about what you got to say. I'm talking to my friend." And they end up going back at it, going back and forth to where the neighbors, white neighbors, is recording them. It's like, let's take this on in the house. So they take it in the house and they basically say, like, Curtis says, "I'm not gonna be y'all target for this trip. Like, we're not gonna talk about me during this whole trip. We're gonna have to find something else to do." And Sweet Tea's like, "Well, I don't think that's fair because your wife was sitting up there talking about my husband and some woman in a hotel room, and she thought that was funny. But now, since she in the hot seat, it's a problem." And Jackie said, "I don't mind being in the hot seat. What do you have something to say to me?" And Sweet Tea said, "Fuck you, bitch." What? I mean, it just came out of nowhere. I don't know if they edited it like that, but Sweet Tea basically cussed Jackie out. Sweet Tea is around my age. I think me and her is the same age. So she didn't process those feelings. And she just blurted out her emotions. And I saw that. I was like, Lord Jesus. And I know as soon as she said it, she regretted it because she was like, damn, I didn't mean it like that. Which I feel like what she felt, and I'm not trying to speak for Sweet Tea, but what I saw was she was like, what you've been doing to me has hurt my feelings, and I'm getting tired of dealing with it, and you're not taking accountability of your actions. And then when I'm doing it back to you, it's a problem. It's like double standards, and I cannot deal with that. Instead of articulating that, she just basically blurted out the first thing that came out of her mouth. I hollered and laughed when she cussed at Dr. Jackie. I was shocked, but it was humorous. She was, and Dr. Jackie was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." I thought Dr. Jackie was gonna come back because she ain't Simone. Basically, Dr. Jackie and Simone is two different people. Because had it been Simone, Simone would have been like, "Bitch, fuck you too." I love me some Simone, but and I think everybody was irritated that the topic was about Curtis and Jackie because they just wanted to have fun and celebrate their friendship. But instead, they got to worry about this elephant in the room. So the next day, Sweet Tea does apologize to Dr. Jackie, but she does not reciprocate it. She's like, sure. I'm just not going to hurt you back. I'm not going to do what you did to me. Okay? Hurt people don't hurt people. Okay? I'm not hurt. Okay? I wish you nothing but the best. And then what Dr. Heavenly told us, it was that basically Jackie was telling her, I don't fuck with you. So, I mean, that's the end of their relationship. And I wouldn't be mad about it. If I was Sweet Tea, I wouldn't be mad about it, because then if you can't express your feelings to a friend and tell them that you hurt me, and they can't understand your emotions, and you just supposed to kiss their ass or whatever, I wouldn't want to be friends with somebody like that. I would just only be friends with people who want to reciprocate me, who wants to, yeah, reciprocity. That's the key word for this year. It's reciprocity. If nobody wants that, then you just leave them where they're at. Ain't no kissing ass this year. So I'm team Sweet Tea. I love Dr. Jackie. I'm also team Jackie, but if I had to choose in this situation, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Is that how you say it? Okay. You can't just be targeting people and thinking you can't get it either. So that's my review for Southern Charm. Woo! Woo! I'm sorry I was all over the word, all over the place, and I couldn't get my words together or whatever. Thank you for the other viewer. I don't know who you are, but I do see you. I appreciate you. Uh, I got a little hot when you came up in here. I was like, oh Lord, I got a little audience. But anyways, I did Southern Charm, Charleston. I did Real Housewives of Potomac, and I did Married to Medicine. They're about to wrap up no. They already wrapped up Southern Charm. They're about to wrap up Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. They're about to start Real Housewives of Atlanta, which Candy is not coming back. Oh, well. Oh, well, I mean, is we supposed to be mad? Now, let me say this, because I saw on Candy's, and that's what I wanted to do, too. I wanted to read Vanita's article for Southern Charm. But they said, what's his name? Andy Cohen says all the reasons why he is going to miss Candy. But I'm like, what you did not mention, Mr. Cohen, is the fact that Candy is the reason why people started promoting a business on those shows. It was Candy who started promoting her promoting herself, really, and that she's a songwriter, and then she got into she was in doing real estate. Like, she would fix up these homes and sell them. She was doing that at first, because I ended up rewatching all the episodes of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm like, y'all gonna have to give what's her name? Y'all gonna have to give Nene her flowers as well, because she was like putting all these scenes together. She'd be like, oh, I wait like 2 hours. Then when people be like, where's Nene? Where's Nene? Then I just, bam, I show up. And I'm like, damn. And the scenes end up happening like that. It was like she was producing all those scenes. She was like, she's the reason why they started having girls trips. Nene. It's a lot of things that Nene did, but also, like I said, back to Candy, is she started in like the I can't think, because I'm over here worried about something else. She started the trend to promote your business on these shows, start a business, because you have fans and stuff, and it's like, duh. And she tried to help people. She has helped people. So I'm not saying that Candy won't be missed. I'm just saying, I don't know if the show gonna do any less or better with you not being there. Okay, I do love Candy. I wish she could be there. I wish she would bust somebody upside their head. But let's see what it is. Let's see who they bring on. I think it needs to be put to rest as far as the whole franchise because I don't watch nobody else. Okay, so I just want to read this article real quick. I got 3 minutes. So this is Vanita Aspen from Southern Charm, Charleston. So there was an article written about her, and it says, as a black woman in the South, you kind of already know that you will be the last resort for a lot of people. Vanita Aspen says on a 2020 episode of Words with Witty. You won't be the first person they call, and that's the sad reality. When Aspen entered Bravo's Southern Charm, the Charleston, South Carolina native was thrust into a predominantly white cast with little to no backup. Although Leva joined the series in season 7, making her the first cast member of color, Aspen's introduction as a friend of in the same season aligned with the worldwide protests regarding the murder of George Floyd. So I remember that episode, and I remember she basically had to argue with Catherine about her posting uh, a monkey emoji on her website article. And hold on a second. So she basically had to go back and forth with Catherine about her disdain with her comment or whatever, and nobody was really backing her up. They was trying to make it seem like it was no big deal. I also agree with Vanita when she said she's always the last person to be called or looked upon or whatever. Um, it's to me, especially this season, when she walks into a room, it gets real tense. People, and then you can see like people ain't really messing with her like that. Um, when they did the whole invite to what's his name to Shep's home up in the mountains, nobody invited her, and I think Madison just couldn't go. It's just like she's intentionally being excluded out of events. I'm surprised they invited her to Jamaica, and I think Craig doesn't really have a problem because he gives me hippie vibes. Craig gives me hippie vibes and the most intelligent out of everybody. Everybody else, they still have that Charleston decorum, uh, and I'm just like they're gonna have to get it together. They're gonna have to bring on some. They need to mix it up. I mean, what's so wrong with mixing up black and white, whether it's in the southern area or not? Like, and I think that would create more of a conversation, more of drama, and be able to hash out these tense, uh, interactions, different cultures, environments, what's accepted, what's not accepted, being able to understand each other on both sides. I think black people are more receptive on what's accepted and what's not accepted in the white culture. We already know what it's about. But I don't think white people are willing or even care enough to understand our culture and where we come from. But they quick to call us something. So I just wanted to bring that up. I do think that Vanita needs to be included in a lot more of the events and outings or whatever. And stop. Every time you see her, it just be like you can see how people shake her hand. It's just disgusting, and it gives me the energy of that's the energy that Bravo gives. I wanted to also talk about how Andy really tried to have a conversation on colorism, and really did not have a conversation about it. I'm not going to repeat it because I think Funky Dineva already touched on it. Like, it was a poor attempt at having a serious conversation about something. And that's why I'm not mad at Candace when she said those things, because we know that people are more accepted versus other people, depending on how they look. Like, why is Giselle getting all these opportunities? She don't bring nothing to the show. She's not entertaining at all. That's a whole conversation. So I'm on here for an hour. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to my other viewer. Talk to you later. Bye. All right.